good equation with UP's Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath.
He's a self-made man. अगर बुलाएंगे तो मिल लूंगा, नहीं बुलाएंगे तब भी I'm happy. ये पैदाइश यूपी की मेरिट में पैदा हुआ हूँ मैं. All Bengalis took pride in the fact that they are the custodians of football.
Right.
And football only they play. I want to show the film to Modi Sahab also. Lucknow seemed to be absolutely as safe a city as Bombay. Prime Minister.
जी.
Sometimes I wonder ये सोते भी है कि नहीं सोते.
आपने बड़ा अच्छा जिक्र किया कि किस तरीके से आपका करियर बड़ा सेल्फलेस भी रहा है, but yet it's been a two-way street. At the same time, you did not expect anyone to return things for you. Fortunately, you were not you always got them back. एक बड़ा pointed question भी पूछूंगा क्योंकि आपने अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ का बड़ा अच्छे से जिक्र किया. You have been a well-rounded personality, a responsible husband, a doting father, and so on. आपने लखनऊ का जिक्र किया मैदान में. For me, as a journalist, as a political journalist whose own career has spanned across the last decade and a half or so, I'm very inquisitive to know. You enjoy a very good equation with UP's Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath as well. बड़े दबंग चीफ मिनिस्टर मुख्यमंत्री हैं, दूसरी बारी भी जीत के आए, बड़े जबरदस्त हौसले के साथ में, और एक मठ से पुजारी के तौर पे करियर लॉन्च किया, 5 बारी MP रहे गोरखपुर से.
See, I am always fascinated and enamored by self-made people.
जी.
And he's a self-made man.
जी.
And you see, I feel when my daughter was shooting for her film Gunjan there, they shot at nights too. And Lucknow seemed to be absolutely as safe a city as Bombay.
जी.
That fear कि भाई इधर ये हो जाता है या वो हो जाता है, कुछ नहीं है. So he's made the state completely, crime free. And at the same time, he's a simple man. So you see, I definitely think that he's a person to be idolized, like our Prime Minister.
जी.
He's a selfless person.
जी.
And sometimes I wonder, ये सोते भी है कि नहीं सोते? A selfless person like him who's leading a country and see, opposite का काम है oppose करना.
Correct.
But एक चीज तो ना, today as an Indian, when I go abroad, my head is held high.
Right.
By what where we have reached.
Right.
And for the last 8-9 years, it is thanks to our present Prime Minister.
Right.
I'm not saying कि इससे पहले कुछ नहीं हुआ.
Correct.
But जो इस वक्त भी हुआ है,
Right.
that is creditable, far more creditable.
Absolutely.
And maybe, it is something which the world has opened their eyes to what India is all about.
Absolutely.
You needed somebody as strong as him.
G20 for example.
G20 नहीं, इसके अलावा कई चीजें हैं.
Correct.
कई चीजें हैं. You see, the kind of response he gets whenever he travels abroad, the kind of love and respect he gets from the leaders.
Indian diasporas, other world leaders.
Yeah, why Indian diaspora? Even the foreigners.
Right.
So it is something which is admirable, and I feel whenever I've had the fortune of meeting him 3-4 times, and he's always been very, very forthcoming, very candid in his conversations.
I know, in fact, before COVID, you met him as well, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, he had invited certain people from the film industry to his house, and we had a session. And फिर उससे पहले भी मैं लखनऊ, बिना उधर बॉम्बे में भी एक बार ये सेंसर ऑफिस जो है नया फिल्म डिवीजन का जो नई बिल्डिंग बनी है. But I have met him and always felt the warmth of the person. Sometimes just a shake hand can convey that the person is, how warm the person is.
Correct.
So I've got that feeling.
Right.
Whenever I've met him, not that we've had major long conversations.
G.
In fact, I've been wanting to meet him. I have certain things in mind. I had even mailed him, and he remembered that I'd sent a mail to him.
Right.
And he asked me, कोई ज़रूरी काम है? I said, नहीं, जब भी आपको ठीक लगे मुझे बुला लेना. कुछ चीजें हैं जो मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ. जब भी मौका लगेगा तो बुला लेंगे, मैं मिल लूंगा. अगर बुलाएंगे तो मिल लूंगा, नहीं बुलाएंगे तब भी I'm happy.
जी.
Here is a person who, whenever has God given me the opportunity, whenever the opportunity has arisen,
Right.
he's been very receptive, he's been very warm, not just to me, to others too.
Correct. Absolutely. When I asked the Lucknow question was, बिकॉज यूपी मुख्यमंत्री के ऑफिस ने भी बड़ी आपकी तारीफें करी, कई बारी प्रेस स्टेटमेंट्स पे, रिएक्शंस पे आई कि उन्होंने आपसे मशवरा भी करा. They took your advice and they also wanted to take the suggestions on how to build a new film industry and set it up in Noida.
देखिए मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, मेरी पैदाइश यूपी की, मेरठ में पैदा हुआ हूँ मैं. तो मेरी जन्मभूमि मेरठ है, कर्मभूमि मुंबई है. अब जैसे मैं जब कलकत्ता भी जाता हूँ तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है, पहली बार मैं जो आउटडोर शूटिंग पे गया था, शक्तिदा की फिल्म थी अनुरोध, उसके लिए कलकत्ता पहली बार मैं गया था. तो I feel I'm blessed that I've had the privilege of being part of such a big state, UP, and I feel I have vivid memories of going every year to Meerut because my grandparents lived there. After partition, they shifted there, and as long as they were alive, every year we used to go. Twice a year we used to go to Delhi, and from there we used to travel sometimes by bus, sometimes by my cousin's car to Meerut.
Right.
My grandmother, I remember, was a vegetarian, but she used to cook non-veg food for us.
Right.
And I remember how my grandfather used to go early in the morning to buy non-veg food for us, to get all the savories which जैसे मेरठ की खताई हमको क्या बोलते खताई होती है ना, बिस्किट. हाँ, तो ये सब चीजें मुझे याद है. एंड हाउ मतलब बाहर मंजी लगा के हम लेटते थे क्योंकि वरांडा था बड़ा.
बिल्कुल.
तो दोज मेमोरीज ऑफ बंसल सिनेमा के सामने, रोडवेज के सामने ही रहते थे, पुलिस स्ट्रीट में. तो आई रिमेंबर द एड्रेस, आई रिमेंबर आई मीन इवन इफ आई वांट टू गो देयर इन द मिडल ऑफ द नाइट, आई कैन गो टू दैट हाउस.
करेक्ट.
एंड यू सी, मैंने पिक्चर तेवर उधर शूटिंग की है. आई हैड फुल सपोर्ट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो. मैंने पिक्चर उधर पूरी पिक्चर मॉम मेरी यूपी में शूट हुई है. अब मैंने ये अपनी मैदान भी मैंने लखनऊ में शूट की है. तो आई हैव गॉट ऑल द सपोर्ट एंड more, I feel more close to to Yogi ji because you see somewhere, I don't know, I can feel the closeness. I mean, कोई ऐसा भी नहीं है कि मैं separately उनको घर पे जाके मिला हूँ. And I know होता है कभी-कभी, sometimes without really being overtly friendly to a person, you seem to like a person. You seem to adore a person.
Right.
And then his qualities are there for people to see, to read, to know.
Right.
And
it was mentioned about there was a time when it was a crime-infested state, and it became, of course, crime-infested because of the elimination of deadly dons who once dominated, especially the area which you come from, Western UP, that is Meerut. मैं तो खुद वहाँ पे जाके रिपोर्टिंग मैंने बड़ी जबरदस्त करी. और मेरठ में एक टाइम वहाँ होता था जब बड़े गैंग्स ऑपरेट किया करते थे. आज वो गैंग्स नहीं है. इट्स अ क्राइम फ्री स्टेट व्हिच यू हैव मेंशन्ड. तो आपको कितना आज गर्व भी महसूस होता है कि ये वही स्टेट है जहाँ 70, 80, 90 के दशक में क्राइम से रात को आते लोगों को भी डर लगा करता था.
see, definitely it's a changed scenario now. And you feel as safe, I feel as safe in Lucknow or Meerut, or I mean, not that I've traveled to Meerut too often, I've traveled to Lucknow too often. But it is far more cleaner. There is no crime, that's one aspect, but it's far more cleaner.
Right.
You can see clean roads, you can see proper maintenance of the infrastructure there. मतलब एयरपोर्ट से निकलो तो मेट्रो भी आपको दिखाई देती है, जो कभी आपने ख्वाब में नहीं सोचा था कि यूपी में मेट्रो होगी. प्लस द एक्सप्रेस वे फ्रॉम दिल्ली टू आगरा, तो देखा था अभी आगरा से आगे लखनऊ तक आ गया है. तो वन कैन ड्राइव डाउन. तो बल्कि देखो, अगर दिल्ली से फ्लाइट लखनऊ लेनी हो तो आपकी नहीं के 4-6 घंटे वेस्ट हो जाते हैं. 1-2 घंटा पहले जाओ, फिर 1 घंटे की फ्लाइट लो, कभी फ्लाइट लेट हो तो, और फिर लखनऊ एयरपोर्ट पे उतरो, लखनऊ एयरपोर्ट से फिर आप होटल जाओ. 4-5 घंटे तो लगने. तो बाय रोड भी जाओ तो आप 6-7 घंटे पहुंच ही जाते हैं. I've traveled, yes, I've traveled once by road. आगरा तो कई बार मैं ट्रैवल किया हूँ, बट आगरा से आगे मतलब लखनऊ एक बार मैं ट्रैवल किया.
Which is the next question is also related to क्योंकि मैदान आ रही है, फुटबॉल पे है, तो बंगाल भी एक ऐसी स्टेट है जहाँ पे इनफैक्ट ममता बनर्जी का तो स्लोगन था जब चुनाव हो रहे थे, खेला होवे, और फुटबॉल पे रट के उन्होंने अपने पाँव को वो दर्जा दिया उसका फुटबॉल को. तो would you also like to someday visit her as well and during the promotion of the movie as well?
Well, I definitely would be happy to meet her, only to see that my film gets the support
Correct.
of the government there.
Correct.
And since she's spoken about this aspect, so obviously it would be good to meet her to see what she can do, to my film to boost, because it's all about and most of the federation office was always in Kolkata, now Kolkata, earlier Calcutta. So we've captured the essence of the federation also in the film.
जी, और मुझे लगता है कि आशीर्वाद लेने तो आप मंदिरों में तो हमेशा जाएंगे, बट गोरखनाथ मठ जिसका जहाँ से सीएम साहब आते हैं, मेरा खुद वहाँ पे रहना हुआ कई बारी, और जब मुझे पता चलता है कि कितने मॉडेस्टली वो रहते हैं, इतने बड़े सीएम होने के बावजूद एक छोटे से कमरे में वही सैफरन वाले बेड पे सोते हैं जहाँ से लर्निंग सीखी और 5 बारी एमपी भी बने. तो आई एम श्योर यू वुड आल्सो समथिंग लाइक go to even Ayodhya as well. And
Yes, Ayodhya, of course, and even to Gorakhpur, even and Delhi. In fact, I want to show the film to Modi Sahab also,
जी,
because even he's been trying to encourage football. Even he's, in fact, अभी एक similar situation है कि एशियन गेम में फुटबॉल की टीम पूरी जा रही नहीं जा रही, उस पर कंफ्यूजन चल रहा है.
करेक्ट.
तो वो सिचुएशन उस वक्त भी थी
जी,
जब मोरारजी देसाई फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर थे और पैसे फॉरेन एक्सचेंज नहीं था,
राइट.
तो फुटबॉल के पूरे कंडीशन को काट दिया था. And this was done by one, senior editor, a publisher, who was against this coach.
राइट.
कि हैदराबाद से आया है, बंगाल के सब प्लेयर को ले रहा नहीं, बंगाल के सिर्फ 2 या 3 प्लेयर को ले, बाकी इधर केरला से ले रहा है, इधर से ले रहा है, क्योंकि all Bengalis took pride in the fact that they are the custodians of football.
Right.
And football only they can play.
Right.
Which definitely football is a passion there. Football is one sport which is loved by, today in our country it is Bengal, it is Goa, it is Kerala.
Right.
These 3 states have a lot more of football than the other states.
Correct.
So I would like to go to all these 3 states, show my film to the respective.
The Prime Minister as well.
Yeah. Prime Minister first, and then the others also.
So when Olympics, India made its biggest tally in the last Olympics. Prime Minister hosted a lot of Olympians to his home and encouraged them and gave them encouragement. In fact, so much that from my own memories, when Chandrayaan second failed, he went on to hug ISRO's chairman as well. And then similarly, he hugged a lot of people even after losing the medals. The ability to win the gold, even if they won bronze or silver, he went on to host them and hug them as well, which was a sign of encouragement never seen before from any prime minister.
Well, these are the qualities which make him a very normal person who's as human as you and me.
Correct.
He's not sitting on a high pedestal.
Today also, his birthday, he was having a joy ride on metro and met with several people on the route as well.
Yes, I saw that in the news and I read about it too.
जी.